on FM 88.5.
All right, it is the Sunup Breakfast Show, and we usually go back into time when it comes to Fridays of stories that we are recapping, but we're not recapping anything today. I mean, because of what the U.S. government announced yesterday, $50 million US dollars going to be cut, which is 1.4 billion cut from Zambian health sector, and that's the story that we're milking today.
It needs to be milked. It needs to be milked. This is the story we're milking today.
Milk this cow the best way we know how.
I mean, a lot of people say, oh, Zambia, we can take care of ourselves. We can take care of ourselves, which we probably could.
Yeah, we could.
We probably could. And, but the thing about a lot of things that happen, I mean, like we heard about this at the Ministry of Finance, about a syndicate of people that have always been there, they'll always be there, and they do the same thing and a lot of things, and people are trying to root them out. Find out the people who do this and do this and do that. There's been a system. And these systems need to be broken down. These systems of pilferage, these systems of stealing, these systems of not caring about what's happening with Ndekazi's health center in George Compound. This thing of not caring about what's happening in Mwansabombwe. This thing of not caring about what's happening in Shangombo or whatever it is. That system needs to be broken down.
Yeah, it needs to. It really, really needs to. And unfortunately, it's a shame that they say you cannot fight the system, but I think you can.
I mean, I told you, there's one time before the elections, right? I was talking to some guy from the Masters Kobe. Council. I want to change everything. You come with all your Martin Luther King developmental strategies of how you're going to clean up the work you out of the system.
Yes.
And once we lock you out of the system, you will not be getting any benefits. You just be getting your salary. Wow, you're seeing your people pilferage of free medication that was supposed to be free, and there's some medication as well which is subsidized, which is supposed to be bought, that they have been providing to the Zambian people, that they feel they're tired of it, and they decided to pull out yesterday 50 million of it, not all of it, by the way, to Zambia. Let's check it out.
Roughly 1 in every 3 kwacha spent on public health in Zambia comes as grant. In years, the United States has provided approximately $128 million annually. That's about 3.5 billion kwacha every year to buy medications to treat HIV, malaria.
The theft, do you think? Yeah?
Yes.
How big do you think it has been?
I think it's been so big that the people who've been helping us have noticed that, okay, but things are not moving the way that they should be. And I think it's very, very embarrassing, considering the fact that this has been labeled corrupt-free.
Do you know how about you hate it when you get your pay as you earn, right? Yeah, pay as you earn. All these taxes are cut from you. You hate that, right?
Yeah.
So now your tax money is now going to, for lack of a better term, to Malawi. And then all this is being cut from Zambian taxpayers, and it's going to help out Malawi. Then you go to Malawi and find out that Chile Lila. As soon as they get your tax money, they're drinking, they're having a good time, they're getting themselves some women with night. This is what
the Zambian government of our findings. And we initiated an across the country on-the-ground assessment of private pharmacies to understand the extent of the issue. From 2021 through late 2023, our buyers visited more than 2,000 pharmacies in every province and district of this country that sell the same types of products that the United States provides for free to Zambia's healthcare system. Shocked. We're still selling stolen medicines and supplies from stocks that were purchased by the Zambian government, by the Global Fund, by other donor partners. On April 3rd of last year, 2024, I brought this alarming information to the attention of senior Zambian government leaders. In attendance at the meeting on that day were high-level officials. I asked them to take meaningful action on 2 fronts. First, I asked for action to mitigate further theft of U.S. provided goods. And second, I asked to enforce high
own taxpayers' money. So, I mean, America's taxpayers' money is being stolen. Our 25% from 10 provinces, meaning that the supply chain is awesome, yeah?
Yeah.
Somebody's supplying this stuff and they're doing it
Nationwide.
very well. And it's crazy. And the fact that assistance was offered to help with the investigations
Yes.
and then it was not forthcoming, it's scary too.
Yes. I think for me, that's the biggest information. Should not even have been. Guys, if you don't have all that it takes, I think we can collaborate. We'll bring American experts here. We'll try to do this. We'll work this out. We can fix this. Let's try to fix this.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
And you know, one thing that for the next clip that we're going to play you is this is not the Donald Trump decision, yeah? This is the American government under the U.S. embassies. This is what they've agreed.
Now, as many of you may know, the Trump administration is in the process of finalizing a broader review of our foreign assistance funding around the world, including here in Zambia. That review is still underway. But I want to stress that this $50 million reduction in our medicines, this reduction is exclusively because of the lack of action by the Zambian government to respond to the countrywide systematic theft of American-donated medications and medical supplies.
All right, so
medications and medical supplies. For more than 1 year, the government of the United States has requested tangible action from the government of Zambia to respond to the countrywide systematic theft of these products provided by the United States. In the face of necessary steps to safeguard and ensure the accountability of U.S. American taxpayers.
all right, you can give us a call on 0212617140. You can also
It breaks my heart. But I also have a duty to the American, the good use of these resources.
This is your award-winning hit radio.
Sun FM, the best music.
Best in news and advertising. Sun FM, setting trends in radio.
it's really sad, right?
It's too sad, Steve.
Yeah.
It's really sad because the thing that it's we're all going to be affected one way or the other.
Yeah.
We all have that one uncle. Oh, Vanisi, abadwele kuno tumeni shamuti. You know, so when these things happen, kalake noko folaka 4 pin, baka putule mo na pay as you earn, baka yemkushta imiti, ishine imiti baka ya even for rent na fiance, ukashitsemo na bayama obenombo muti, kaingata obashitile balafa.
Yeah. I mean, I you know, malaria drugs are easily accessible. There was a time when they were not as easily accessible. When you get malaria, you had to know somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody.
Maybe malaria.
The Zambian government acknowledges the concerns raised by the Zambian government, wishes to reaffirm its commitment to resolving this unfortunate issue. The government has been very systematic and very careful in taking steps to deal with the matter. This audit was commissioned by the Auditor General's Office and conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers. The interim report was shared with stakeholders, including cooperating partners at State House, at the invitation of the President. Following the preliminary report, the government of Zambia took the front and all removed from the positions, including the Director General, Mr. Victor Nyasulu, the Director Supply Planning, Miss Nadishebo Siyandi, the Director Procurement, Mr. Chimunya Habantu, and the Director of...
That was Daily News Minute, brought to you by Shake and Sip Rice and Milk. A great meal, bottle. This is your award-winning hit radio.
Sun FM, the best music.
For best in news and advertising. Sun FM, setting trends in radio.
All right, give us a call on 0212617140 and yeah, she found that containers had not gone to the Zamsa warehouse and they'd gone to another warehouse and where people were paying for their storage. And she was like, why is this happening?
This year,